Hello folks, it's the Passengers again. Welcome to another one of my videos. I'm here in Bradford in West Yorkshire. I'm on Bridge Street just outside Bradford Interchange railway station. I'm just going to look at the remains of Bradford Exchange station. So Bradford Exchange, which was in the area just across here, was opened in 1850 by the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway. In 1867 the Great Northern Railway built a connection from its line from Leeds and Wakefield down to Bradford Exchange, and over the following years it was expanded to the point where it had 10 platforms, 5 for the Lancashire and Yorkshire and 5 for the Great Northern. The Lancashire and Yorkshire became part of the London, Midland and Scottish Railway in the early 1920s, and the Great Northern became part of the London and North Eastern Railway, or LNER. Both of those became part of British Railways in 1948 when railways were nationalised. Now by the 1960s Bradford Exchange was getting rather too big. A lot of the local lines had either lost their passenger services or they'd been closed entirely, and it was getting quite costly to operate and to maintain. Then in 1969 they had a look at the bridge that carried Bridge Street, where I'm standing, over the approach tracks into the station, and they found it needed major repair or possibly even replacement. So British Rail decided to deal with two problems at once, and they built a new 4-platform Bradford Exchange station across there. And then that allowed them to close the original exchange and sell it for redevelopment. It's not been fully redeveloped, as you'll see in a minute. We're going to go around the site and look at the remains of it. But it also enabled them to remove Bridge Street Bridge and replace it with an embankment, which is where I'm standing now. You can see the walls leading up to the bridge there, and this is where the bridge would have started. I think this fencing is probably the contractor's fencing from the 1970s when they took the bridge out, but I'm not 100% sure. It does look like it. It's just been allowed to have a hedge grow around it. So the new exchange station opened in 1973. In 1977 they built a large bus station next to it called Bradford Interchange, which is where the buses are just going into now. Although it's been halved in size. It was halved in size in the late 90s, I believe. And then in 1983, May 1983, the station was renamed Bradford Interchange. Some sources tell you 1986, but it was actually 1983. The confusion was because some of the local road signs still pointed to Exchange until 1986 when they were replaced. But as I say, it was May 1983 they renamed the station Bradford Interchange. So we're going to look around the original Exchange station site now. We're just going to walk around anti-clockwise. So we would have been crossing the bridge now over the approach tracks to the station. As I say, it was replaced with an embankment in 1973 when the new station opened. See, coming up on the left, a substantial pillar there, that would have been at the end of the bridge. I've just done a couple of videos for my channel as well on my way down here today. One of Bradford Adolpha Street, which was the Great Northern's original terminus in Bradford. The remains of that is just up the road there. And a 2-part one on the Bowling to Lacerdyke Railway, which was also operated by the Great Northern. That was their part of their line. So you can see the retaining wall there across at the back of the car park. That would have been at the top of the cutting that contained Exchange Station. Just heading down Vicar Lane now towards Leeds Road. Just trying not to get run over. It's an ever-present problem in Bradford. Not had much luck this morning. I've never been run over about 3 times. I had to politely ask a taxi driver to look in his mirrors because he nearly reversed over me. And then nearly been attacked by a dog as well. So Passengers not having a lot of luck. He's off for lunch when he's done this one. So you can see the old retaining wall there, which would have been at the top of the cutting. Dropping down now. Redeveloped its Bradford Law Courts, I believe now is this. And I'll see you down at the bottom because this next bit is fairly modern, as you can see. So we're just on the bottom of Vicar Lane, coming onto Leeds Road. You can see part of the old retaining wall of the station. We've actually come down below the level of the station now because of the hilliness of the terrain. The part up where we've just been was in a cutting. This bit was actually up on a retaining wall. Now I'm not sure if it's still here, but I'll have a look and see. There should be an interesting relic. retaining wall in the meantime. Luckily it's only going to be a short video this one, because we're only going to go around the block, and I say luckily because it's just starting to rain, which is not what we want at all. I've not been to Bradford for quite a number of years. It's changed massively. All this on the other side of the road wasn't there last time I came. You can't really see it. Yeah, they've let the leaves grow over it. Under there it does actually say Exchange Station. You can just about see some of the lettering. That's British Railways North Eastern Region lettering, white and an orange background from the 1950s or 1960s. An old entranceway to the station there, look, and a bricked up window. Not realised I'd come up on top of a retaining wall. I'm going to have to walk around because I've broken a toe, so I can't jump down. Well, I can, but not without shouting in pain and hopping around afterwards. Yeah, it's a shame the leaves have grown over that, because you could see it does still say Exchange under there. The station bit's been largely obliterated. It's been like that for years, but yeah, you could see the Exchange bit quite clearly. When this station opened, it was briefly called Bradford Drake Street back in 1850. They hastily renamed it Bradford Exchange. And Drake Street, they gave it its name. It's just to the left here, which we're going to walk up it. We've got these little steps here, which would have been part of the access to the old station, I believe. Yeah, there's a side entrance there, look. No lettering on that one, unfortunately. See the steps going up now into the courts area. And then this is the extent of the original stonework, the bit beyond it's modern. The hotel that we can see the back of, which I'll go to, it's called the Great Victoria Hotel nowadays. It was originally called the Great Northern Victoria Hotel, and as the name suggests, it was built by the Great Northern Railway. It was common practice in the 19th and early 20th century for railway companies to provide hotels near the principal stations, because journey times were longer than they are nowadays, and it wasn't always possible to travel to and from a place in the day. And plus they got two lots of money out of you, because they got the fare and then they got the accommodation from you as well. People think it's a modern thing, you know. You see the Jet2 adverts, they advertise book your flights and your accommodation with them as if it's a new thing. But actually railway companies were doing it about 150 years ago. Obviously not flights, but train journeys. So yeah, impressive building. That's the old railway hotel, and then this is the site of the Exchange Station there. The side of the hotel there, I'll get a shot of the other side of it for you in a moment. And there you go folks, the other side of the hotel, and if we look up there, that's Bridge Street where we started from, and the frontage of Bradford Interchange Station there. So again, thank you for joining me. Please take care of yourselves, please check out my other videos, and feel free to like and subscribe if you want to. But yeah, take care, I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.